You ever think that maybe your pursuit for number one isn't what you want, bro? Because I'm starting to think that I see a lot of people online that want to be superstars, that want to be content creators, that want to be YouTube influencers, that want to have content agencies, that want to run a business, that want to be CEOs, that want to be the top echelon of being a man or within the monopoly that we're all playing, right? How could you ever aspire to be something bigger than what you're capable of doing or that you know you're willing to put the effort in for? If you want to be a content creator, you have to set up a camera like this. This is on a tripod in the middle of the morning. I'm working, I'm away from home doing what I have to do, but I still have to make content. If you're not willing to make the content, then why bother? And it's not even that why bother. You still can make the content, but why put an expectation or why put a thought process of saying, hey, I want to be this, but it seems like the world is fighting me. The world's not fighting you. You're fighting you. Think about the end destination that you want to be, whatever that is for life. What does success mean to you, first of all? That's what you need to understand. You have to understand the ins and outs of what success means to you. Is it $500,000 a year? Is it $1 million a year? Is it $5 million a year? $15 million a year? $50 million a year? $100 million a year? Either, whatever number it is, it's perfectly fine. You can do any number that you want because you can realistically manifest anything and work towards and put the effort in to get to whatever number that is and whatever that success looks like for you. But what I want you to do is take it from the top, put it at the top of your list, and then break it down and go down backwards to where you are right now. What does that human do every single day? Does the influencer that's making $50 million a year worry about not bringing a camera? Well, granted, he probably has a camera team, but however, do they worry about making the content while they're away? No, they just do it. After making the content, do they worry about going to the meeting? No, they just do it. After the meeting, do they worry about going to catch a sales call at lunch? No, they just do it. So these are the things you want to keep in mind as you start to aspire and start to gain traction towards your goal. Because once you start to build momentum, it starts to feel a bit more like pressure. But I saw an amazing meme on the internet the other day where it was like, when an elevator is rapidly flying down, if they like let the strings go on an elevator, you would fly in the air and it would feel like nothing, right? So when you're going down, it feels like nothing. It's easy. Gravity doesn't exist. You're perfectly fine. There's no pressure, no nothing. However, when you start to accelerate and go upwards, you start to feel the pressure of the gravity, because you're going up at a certain speed. So if you're feeling the pressure, you're feeling like you have deadlines, you're feeling like you have to make content every day, you feel like you have to talk to people every day, you feel like you have to become a better leader, you feel like you need more knowledge, it's because you're going through the process of ascending to where you aspire to. So that top number or that top success bar that you're trying to reach is up there and it's for you to go attain. However, the pressures of life are going to happen to you because you are going to rocket upwards. So believe that when you're going towards a goal, there's going to be pressures, but those pressures shouldn't stop you, right? The emotional feelings that you get from going towards your goal shouldn't really stop you from actually attaining what you want. You got to still go get it. And your emotions are going to get in the way because it feels like, oh my God, life is coming down on me. I'm losing family members in terms of connection. I'm losing friends. I'm losing cousins. I'm losing aunties. I'm losing longtime friends. I'm losing people that I thought would always support me. But you have to know that there's a shedding phase, and as you're shedding, it's because you're going through the pressures of getting to where you want to go, and that is to eradicate all of the habits, people, environments, ideals, mindsets out of where you're sitting right now, because you're in a mode of comfortability. And I had to really just sit down and think about, what is it that you actually want? This was me asking myself, what is it that I actually want out of this life, out of being successful? What's next? What's the real thing you're trying to attain? Because at the same time, whatever you're trying to attain requires a level of effort that you may not be willing to put in. So always ask yourself that question. What are you willing to give up? What are you willing to go after? What are you willing to do to get to where you say you want to go? Because it's easy to put this camera on and say, hey, I already make 7 figures. I'm good. Right? And I can lift up my hands and say, yep, that's fine. But is that truly what you want? Probably not. And if you are on the, are you on the camera because what you want to show the lifestyle of a 7-figure dude? Sure, great, cool. But you can show the camera whatever, but you and yourself knows what you're trying to do or where you want to be. So you have to also understand that the camera, the people you're around, the environment you put in yourself in, the habits that you have, the routines that you've put in place, because there's different routines for different things. All of these things are compounding into someone. And if you're not directly choosing who that someone is becoming, you're failing. You're failing because you're not going to feel fulfilled. And there's going to be a point where you feel like, oh shit, I'm not doing what I really want to do. And it's good that you're going to try and try and try and try and try. But this is why it's very important to start with the top and work yourself backwards. Because if you continue to do these habits, you continue to stay with these people around, you continue to stay with these rituals, these routines, you're going to end up being a human being that you don't want to be, right? And crying in a Ferrari is it's phenomenal. But then there's going to come a point where now it's time to make a shift. And if you're not equipped with the armor from years and years and years and years of pressure of the gravity pushing you to where you want it to be, you're going to find it very hard to do that when you've already set yourself as a certain style or a certain person that you know you didn't necessarily want to be. That 7-figure drives a Ferrari but cries in it, right? And now you have to make a lane switch at 40. So just think about these things and really ask yourself what you want to do. And are you in the position, or are you positioning yourself to be where you want to be? Because it comes, bro. Life comes at you very quickly. Life goes very quickly. And you got to be able to identify when you're not in the right space and when you have to make a lane switch. And the lane switch isn't comfortable. Because you have to then change everything that you know. Move out of environments. Hey, you might be in a small city. You might need to be in a big city. Right? Because your dreams aren't manifesting because you're in a small area, a small time area. You need to go to a big time area where the big ballers at, the big hitters. But is that the destination? Is that where you're trying to be? Is that what you want to be? I don't know. You got to ask yourself that. But again, water bottles that are in, let's say, Walmart are differently priced than they are in Target, are differently priced than they are at the gas station, are differently priced than they are at the airport. So find your environment, find your group. Because if you're in a group that has been lied to and they continue to believe the lie that society gives them, and you have broken out of that mold, out of that lie, you might be on the outskirts and you're trying to break the next level of lies or things that you've been conditioned to understand, they're always going to continue to imply or put pressures on you to follow the rules that they haven't understood yet. But you've already broken out of there, so you need to get out of that realm. So get out of your hometown, bro. Number one, that's rule one. Get out of your hometown immediately. And you will see your life shift in a way that you never thought it could shift before. Right? And don't be afraid to put the effort into the human that you are becoming and the destination that you're looking to get to, whatever that success looks like. Find your success path. Give it all you've got. Get rid of all of the old habits and routines that don't serve you towards getting to that goal. And if every action, you should be asking yourself, does this contribute to the advancement of where I'm trying to go, or the degradation of where I'm trying to go? Figure it out, because it's only up and down when it comes to doing that. When it comes to decisions, it's a fork in the road, and every decision you make is a fork in the road. So pick the ones that align with where you want to be all the time.